All right. Good morning. It is Sunday, June 9th, 2019. This would be my grandmother's birthday, my big mama. That lady, that lady was funny and sweet and loving and kind. And to a lot of the family, one of the most annoying people. But to me, she was just Big Mama. She was opinionated and she cared and she knew she had made her share mistakes and she was always trying to do what was right, to like course correct, even though for her it was difficult because she came up at a certain time. Now, my mother and her used to buck heads because she said my mother was not good enough for my father. That's a storyline. Many people out there exhibit that storyline. We're not even tripping off of that. But my mother, being a God-fearing woman, and my grandmother being a God-fearing woman, they had to come to a meeting of the minds. And there was times that my grandmother literally was worried about my mom, and my mom was worried about my grandmother because they were both God-fearing women. It didn't matter that they had, differences of opinion that came down to basically my father, who was a screw-up in his own right. But, I mean, when I say that, I say it affectionately because it's not for me to judge him. Because the thing is, I knew what he was doing. I found out later what he had been doing. Did I approve of it? No. He was still my father. And we're talking about earthly things here now. I'm not going to sit here and play games with you and sugarcoat some stuff. Do you like my haircut? Because like I told you, I'm on the county and I'm working this class and I'm putting my resumes out there and stuff and trying to get interviews sharp and ready again. And my father keeps saying, no, this is my heavenly father. He keeps saying, now I need you to work for me. And I said, yeah. He said, I need you camera ready. And I'm like, well, I'm camera ready. But at the same time, he said, no, 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 no. You are still dreaming and still seeing this stuff. You just don't understand the timing of things and why. But at the same time, now you do. Because I said it to him just the other day. Or yesterday. Yeah, I think it was yesterday. I said, I understand why you took me down this pathway. Because part of my dream, or not just my dream, but also my wish and my desire and my prayer, I said, we are hurting down here and we need your help. I want to be able to house people and feed people and give them back their dignity. Pay attention and you might learn something. He said, I have a plan. Which he does. And he did. Now, I told you, my father is no joke. He's very good at communicating information. And he did tell me, he said, now I'm going to have you descend to a level that you really don't want to go. But there were people living there. You were basically the downtrodden, the ones that are the misbegotten, the forgotten, and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is, how can I, as a beacon of light of his, lead you out of it if I am not there myself to understand it? Every time I go up to that county for these classes, and they aptly name grow classes, I get there early. Anywhere from a half hour to an hour early because they want you there on time. And I have a problem with that. So I will go up there. I'll get on that bus and I'll get up there. And sometimes that bus is early, sometimes it's running late. But I always get up there 30 minutes to an hour before. And when I get up there, and I sit in that lobby because I'm recharging my phone and my headset to make sure that when I come back home, I can listen to my music and all that kind of stuff and keep track of, how the buses is running. I'm listening to people, and I'm looking at people. I look at a lot of people. I look at people all the time. I'm not playing a game with you when I say that I'm looking at you. Because the thing is, I'm reading what's coming off of you. Because I am a psychic and an intuitive. Now, does that mean I see loved ones around you? Yeah, if I choose to, but I'm not opening up to that. Because the thing is, I'm not giving them access to me. I'm just reading your energy. So what does that mean for you? Depends. Do you find your story that interesting that you need somebody to read it and you don't already know it? Because all you're going to do is get their take on what they're seeing. Because that's what a reader is. They read your shit and tell you what they see, but they don't live it. They're living their own lives as readers. And you're sitting there giving them permission to do as much. It's like, why? So they can sit there and tell you what you already know about yourself? That's the first thing I learned when I went to a psychic reading. I said, this bitch, and excuse my vernacular, but that's what it is. I said, she ain't said anything I already know. The person I told you I liked the most was a lawyer, because she was a truck driver. She swore. But at the same time, I told her, I said, I don't believe I'm psychic in my dreams. She said, do you know what your dreams mean? I said, no, but I can learn. I knew what some of them meant, but I didn't really understand all the language and the symbolism of my dreams. I had to apply myself. So I did. That's why I won't let somebody just come along. Because, I mean, by the time Sister Girl, whatever her name is, it's like, it's there, but it's not there. By the time she came along talking about Eric Casey, I'd already done Dream Spirit, which was a novice. And it's like, none of you can sit there and write a dream dictionary behind my shed, because dream dictionaries are basically specific. You have to know the person. And if you don't know the person, then you have a problem. Because I had a friend who I used to interpret dreams for long before I even knew I was doing anything. I just told her what I was seeing in her dream. And she told somebody, and they came in there talking about, they say you understand dreams, and she said some shit to me and told me about a dream. And I looked at her and said, girl, I don't know what your dream means. And she like, oh. And then she walked out, which was good. Because the thing is, spirit is not a trained monkey. Spirit is spirit. Now, this is Bible scripture. Yeah, that's what he wants me to go on to about that. I'll post that later. Yeah, I'll post it later. I'll post it as part of this thing. It's the verse of the day, the Bible verse of the day. The Holy Ghost will be amongst you or whatever. See, people always want a shortcut, particularly when it comes to learning and things of that nature. Now, you're sitting there saying, I'm not looking for a shortcut. Yeah, you are. You're looking for a way out. And usually you want the quickest way out from where you're at. We all are somewhere. Because where I'm at, trust me, I want a way out, and I want it as quick as possible. But does that mean it's going to happen like that? No. Not the way that I would want to see it. Because the thing is, it's still a tapestry. And it's still a process that involves a whole global community of souls. And you're worried about how many souls are here in the United States supposed to be representing? Well, think about all these other places like Venezuela and Argentina and Puerto Rico and Japan and Korea and Russia, Crimea. I mean, come on now. Great Britain, South Africa. I mean, all the nations or countries that comprise the continent of Africa. You have to actually take into consideration that the majesty that is God's, the dominion or the kingdom that is his, comprises of all that and so much more. So if you have to wait your turn, then you just have to wait your turn. And when you skating high, you can only hope you never skate low. Ride high while you can, because tomorrow might bring forth another day. So now, I'm not going to knock Donald Trump from trying to hold on. Because the thing is, he got a spirit on him that he's running scared. He's trying to stay in the mainframe or the front of people's minds. But they're already talking about they're losing interest in his tweets because they're becoming commonplace. You do too much. And people get tired. They get burned out on that shit. I know that. People are transitory, meaning they're trying to get somewhere else, which means they're not always trying to stay in the same place that you might want to be and make it only relevant about you. When I was talking to my barber yesterday as he was cutting my hair, he was talking about, we were talking about all kind of stuff, but then he brought up the subject of Nero. I said, you know, God had sent me a dream and had me talk about that, about Nero. Because he couldn't remember the name. He just knew it was like some Roman emperor who was stealing. I said, while Rome was running, I said, yeah, Nero. That's his story. Now, you know how mighty Rome was. I mean, it still has a foothold as far as the Vatican and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I mean, during World War II, they were defeated under Mussolini. And they were supposed to be a part of the Axis of Evil, of which Stalin at one point in time was a part of. And then he broke away from it because he started to realize what Hitler's end game plan was. And he said, oh, you ain't getting my shit. See, that's what we have a problem with here in the United States with certain people who call themselves public servants in the office of the presidency and in the Senate and various members of Congress and more, and even people in the Supreme Court. You see, that's why you're always suing, that's why you're always fighting, because you say you ain't getting my shit. Now, people fight for different shit, like their civil rights. The gay people say, we're tired of you killing us, and they should be. Because the thing is, the whole reason why you don't want to extend equality to certain groups or classifications of people is because it's just like you and your guns in the Second Amendment. You don't want to part with that, which gives you a sense of having some kind of authority over that which you never really did. You don't want a slave revolt. Donald Trump is talking about Abraham Lincoln. You do realize Abraham Lincoln had to extend or lead a nation through a civil war where they were divided, north and south. But the thing is, this is not as clearly a dividing line. Now you have to worry about who you associate with in various camps, in the north and in the south, and what they think and what they're trying to legislate and what they're trying to use to try and fuck you. Whether it be religion, which they are heretics in, blasphemers and more, because they speak out of both sides of their mouth. They say they understand what that Bible says, but they really don't. They say they understand how to read a book, but they really don't. I mean, hell, those who really admit to the truth will sit there and tell you they ain't learned shit, even in school, because daddy bought them or mama bought them an education, which means, no, they bought you a piece of paper. Now, you because of who you are out there, and people are looking at you and sitting there saying, well, they come from this lineage. They don't mean shit. If it's not up firing between these cylinders, it ain't gonna go nowhere. That's an engine that's gonna be a little engine that could just gonna burn out eventually when people catch on who basically are learning. And there's a lot of people out there learning. Now, where am I at? How about it? He sent me something. I said, okay. This is the only time I've been able to record because all week I've been going back and forth to that county and stuff and checking out different other programs and stuff. And I got a job here coming up, and I assembled some interview clothes and some other clothes so I can, look presentable when I go out there. But they really don't have that much in the way of men's stuff. They got a lot of women's stuff. The last place I was at some place yesterday. I found some shoes that I can make work, but the other place didn't have any shoes at all. And then this place had shoes, but they, of course, my feet's too big. I don't know if y'all ever saw Ain't Misbehaving. There's a song in there called Your Feet's Too Big. Lord help you, your feet's too big. Can't use you 'cause your feet's too big. I really hate you that your feet's too big. Da 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 da. That's funny. He said, look at those big feet sticking up out of the gasket. These feet get me around. I'm not going to complain about them. People look at them talking about, does everything else on you rise to that occasion? I say, why are you asking that? I don't even feel that. Not with you. Shit is funny. I think people are funny. So now what am I going to do today? In all honesty, I'm going to do a load of laundry. I have to go up to this store and get some coffee. 99 cent store. You can get a little thing of coffee. Several cups for 99 cents. And I'm going to, I have a little boo-boo on my foot from walking so much. So I need a Band-Aid. And I'll do a load of laundry later. I needed to use the restroom. The man was in there and taking a shower and stuff. I was able to do number one, because we want to be nice. But I wasn't able to do number two, which I needed to do. And this woman was in there washing vegetables. Because, see, contrary to popular belief, people want to sit there and perpetrate that they're living better than we already know they are. And they talk a good game. I know. I've lived that game. I just don't like it. I mean, have I done the stuff that I've said? Yeah. But at the same time, it's like, that's all past. Present and the future is still, present is reality and future is a wish and a hope and a prayer. So, he came out the bathroom and I go to the bathroom, and the girl was in there washing salad greens in the bathroom sink. Why? Because I live in the kitchen space of this apartment. And they are living here and they're eating. They have a hot plate in that room. They ain't brought so much shit in that room, it's not even funny. And her cousin, the one who wanted to confront me and had me call management and the police and all that kind of stuff, she in that room in her panties, and I'm not looking at her because the thing is, first off, I don't like women like that. And at the same time, once I saw she had her drawers on, it's like I averted my eyes. Because first off, I'm not supposed to be looking at you. And you think you gonna peep me? Even if you peep me, trust me, you don't want to know what I see. Because even as I can get an erection with a woman, you are not a woman I would want to actually touch. That's how evil she is. I saw a spirit on her, and I don't like it. So I'm standing in the hallway waiting, and her cousin's washing the salad greens. And she acknowledged me, and she told me from the bedroom, talking about, I'm after her. Your ass ain't standing in the hallway. And she said, you should have been standing. I said, I was waiting for Brother Man to finish up. Because I knew who was in the shower. He came out for a second so I could do number one, which actually allowed me to hold number two. She said, you gonna try and go in there before me? And I said, girl, you really like being confrontational. And she went in there and closed that door. And I said, it don't pay to be evil. And Brother Man down the hallway heard it and said, that's right. Because she wants to be evil. Now, that's a part of the Me Too movement, whether you want to know it or not, ladies. Pick a fight with your man. Go ahead. Because you can. Sit there and exert yourself as being their equal, but at the same time looking for the same rights of protection as women are supposed to have them, but you feel you never did in terms of respect. And understand what's coming down the pipeline for you, because I really didn't want to see this, but I see it coming, and it's coming good. Sandra Bland. Do you know what happened to Sandra Bland? Advocate, activist, and more. Pay attention. Big black woman, opinionated, ready to take on the establishment. Now, am I telling you to kowtow? No. I'm telling you this. Your strategy is fucked and whacked because you're not unifying with those who actually can support you. What you have chosen to do is make them the enemy too. And that is your demise. You want to sit on the throne? You gonna shit and get off. Watch. You understand what I'm saying? It's coming. When I start seeing shit that's on your spirit as a collective consciousness, it happens. Fires burning in the west, waters flood in the east, earthquakes, and more. Well, we ain't done. You want to play this game with me? That bitch insulted me yet again on this day that is supposed to be a holy day, Sunday, the day the Lord has made. Now, I'm not saying, well, no, it's not saying, I'm not John the Baptist. I'm not baptizing you. That's one conversation I had with my barber yesterday. He talking about forgive them, and I ain't forgiving them. I'm going to walk away from them, but I ain't going to forgive them because I know what my job is. See, the thing is, what you don't realize is you started walking away from people all along, and now you just out there. because he taught you how to erect boundaries and stuff, and now you out there trying to find somebody who you associate with, and that's why you studying all this psychic shit with all these various teachers and about how great they are until you find out that they're not. Because you erected a boundary, you cut a cord, and now you're just wandering. I don't have a problem with that, and I know what's going to happen to that woman. I ain't worried about it. I didn't want it to happen, but the thing is, I don't give a fuck about her, because she's a bitch. She's guilty as sin. I'm not worried about her. She don't have to worry. Now, how do I know this? Chalk it up to having good authority. Chalk it up to the fact that I read my Bible. Chalk it up to the fact that my father called me. Chalk it up to the fact that this world is screwed. Chalk it up to the fact that just because you avoided Mexican tariffs on avocados and tequila and all that kind of stuff, or you will need to be drinking before this shit is over with. And chalk it up to the fact that we know exactly what we're doing with you. It's a game of chess. Now, do I know everything? No. Every move? No. No. I only know it when he tells me. But the thing is, he's prepared me for a long time. And there's certain things that I don't say before I say it. And I'm not going to say it just because. And you can't make me say it. This world is formed in and of his consciousness. And your souls are part of it. You either tether to this world, or you actually are doing the work that he wants you to do, which means that you're not tethered to the world, but you are beholden to the people. Now, to be beholden to the people does not mean that you're tethered to the people. Did you catch what I just said? Now, to be beholden to people does not mean you are tethered to the people. You're beholden to God. Therefore, you must relay certain information, which is my job. I don't care what you think about me. I have a gift. I have been receiving. I've been receiving all kind of shit. It's supposed to be Gay Pride Month. I was on the bus on there. There was people there. They were ready to go down there. I ain't trying to go down there. I don't care. Seriously, don't. I do not care. Because I get a different energy signature off all the people I'm around. Gay, straight, whatever. I do not care. And the energy signature I get is either you're a good person or you're not. Now, my barber understood when I said he's separating souls. Oh, he understood that. Did I tell him everything that I was picking off of him? No. Or that he's told me about him? No. Because he said, Carlos, I remember when you told me that you was gay, and you was like, because you like, and he said about the way I came at him. I said, no, what I wanted you to understand was this. If you have a problem with the fact that I'm gay and you cutting my hair, because sometimes you say some shit that's inappropriate. It's insulting. Can I get past it? Of course I can. But the thing is, you still saying it. And he was like, no, I got a gay brother. He's cool. Me and him, we kick it and all that kind of stuff. And I'm learning. See? And when he said that, that's all I needed to hear. Now, some of you are not learning, and you will not learn because you don't want to. And that's not a problem. You will be committed to an institutionalized behavior, like that young man that was setting off fireworks and setting fires and all that kind of shit. Because he was a man of his convictions. He really wanted to die. That was really early told in the story. When he sat there and was shooting at the police and all that kind of stuff, he wanted to die. He wanted to shoot. He thought it was like a video game for him. As far as his soul was concerned. And you shouldn't say how you know that. Did you not see how he behaved? I mean, and then the people just they sitting there trying to figure out the shit. Well, the dog, where did the dog come from? And why did the dog not attack? The dog knows him. He been coming over there forever. That dog knows him. And the dog knew he was agitated. I mean, it was a German Shepherd. The dog didn't attack him. That motherfucker went out in his blaze of glory. The way he wanted to die. He didn't care. He was in pain. Yeah, they kept talking about he's homeless. They know his name. They know his age. He's 35 years old. That's sad. He didn't even want to die that way. And they still trying to figure out, they said there's illegal sheds. I mean, do you think those people who lost their home, that got set on fire by him, and all that back shit that they had built that was not authorized, that they gonna get compensated for that? If you compensate them for that, then you might as well compensate yourself for everything stupid that you've ever done. At some point in time, you're gonna have to learn how to draw a line. That's not my problem. Okay, I have to go up to the store and get me some coffee. I think I only have one cup. Let me go up and get this coffee and stuff, because the gay pride parade for the first time is going to be advertised on TV, which is good, because the thing is, I ain't going back out there with all them people. But you saw what happened in D.C. Because see, y'all ain't settled down yet to know anything other than that this is what I hate and this is what I blame, and I already know that. I told you, I see too much shit happening. I see too many hit and runs. I see too many drive-bys. I see too much shit. And every time I turn around, my father will send me a dream, and that shit jumps off in the world. And y'all are not spreading my word. And at the same time, you saved. Who's that woman? Alice. The show Alice. Her girl Flo. What did she say to Mel, who owned the diner? Kiss my grits. That's where y'all at. And you know, kissing hot grits will burn the hell out of your lips. So I tell you what, you think about that shit for a minute, and then you get back to me. You sons of bitches. You have a nice day. Peace.